not to knock off anything off of Sor. Sor is a dedicated, decorated champion. He took out the once upon a time consensus #1 pound for pound fighter in Chocolatito. Like you mentioned, he slowed down a little bit, but I think he still has a lot in the tank. He's gonna test Bam Rodriguez, and this could be a passing of the torch in a sense. Obviously, Sor was part of those 4 kings that the boxing fans anointed with Chocolatito, with Cuadras, with El Gallo Estrada. So it's a very intriguing fight. I think Bam has what it takes to carry on that torch, but he's gonna have to work for it. And a very talented, skilled fighter, but Sor has it too. So yeah, I'll wait on that prediction a little bit, but very, very, very solid fight and very solid card.
Yeah, and I was trying to buy myself time. But I'm just gonna go ahead and give my prediction off the top. I think Bam Rodriguez wins a decision. The fight's in Texas. I think he's coming in with all the confidence in the world after that Cuadras performance, and I think this is a huge moment for him. San Antonio, Texas, his hometown. But it's going to be a very good fight, man. Sor Rungvisai, good boxer, good puncher. It's going to be a tougher fight, obviously, than Carlos Cuadras. So I'm excited for this one, and I hope that Bam can pull it off. So I'm going to go with Bam Rodriguez by decision. If he gets a knockout, I'm going to start getting ready to put him up there in my top 10, man. Not even joking. I've been saying for a while that he's the most talented out of that RGBA stable. And if he's able to stop a guy like Sor Rungvisai, a guy who was formerly on that pound for pound list, who stopped Chocolatito when Chocolatito was at the top, if Bam can stop that guy, Sor Rungvisai, it's going to be very, very impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, and for people that don't know, Sor has not been, knocked out since 2009. He's one of those guys that started their career with losses right away, and that could have deterred him. That could have made him say, like, "Hey, this sport's not for me." But he worked his way up, and like we mentioned, the rest is history. Champion, dethroning, a pound for pound fighter. He came from nothing, and he worked his way up, and he's a very, very respectable fighter. And so if Bam can not just beat him but knock him out, yeah, that's gonna really put him up in those power rankings. I agree with that, but I think it's gonna be it's gonna be a tough fight. On the skill level, obviously and I'm sure you favor Bam. But it's that warrior. I think he may go into dark waters unless Bam is just way more skilled. But again, Chocolatito's skilled too. It was just the size difference for Sor. But yeah, dude, I'm excited for this one. I'm very impressed with Bam's just his belief in himself. This is the second of 4 kings. Is he going to go after the other 2 by the next 2 years? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, he might just, and it's very interesting because they offered him that fight with Cuadras last minute. Was it Sor Rungvisai who was supposed to fight Cuadras? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And that fight was canceled. I think Sor got COVID, if I'm not mistaken. But it's interesting because it's a division where his brother is fighting at, Joshua Franco. He holds, I believe, is a WBA regular belt. And it seemed like Franco was going to be the one ascending in that division. Now it's Bam Rodriguez, and Bam, ultra skillful. I think he stands a chance against any of the 4 kings. So, and he might become the emperor, if he's able to come out on top. Those guys are getting a bit older. So right now is Bam time, and can't wait for this fight. Big Bro says Bam by stoppage on 8 or 9. Bold prediction, but we'll see. Let's see what version of Sor we get, because he hasn't been fighting the best competition lately. Let's be honest. Jesse Rodriguez, 15-0, 10 knockouts, so only 15 professional fights. Of course, He defeated Carlos Cuadras last time out by unanimous decision, but he dominated. Cuadras is a warrior, and that's the only reason why he didn't stop him. Now, Sor Rungvisai, Wisaksil Wangek is his name, his real name at least. 50-5 with one draw. Out of those 50 wins, 43 KOs. So obviously, power puncher. Last time out, he won by stoppage against a guy who was 50-7. Before that, he won by TKO against a guy who was 17-17. And then he won a unanimous decision before that one in 2020 against a guy who was 20-3. And then in 2019, that's when he took that loss against El Gallo Estrada. And that he had a good role, good momentum, man. He defeated Estrada. He defeated Chocolatito back-to-back. He was on a roll. He was one of the top fighters in my pound for pound until he took that loss against Gallo. So, like I said, he hasn't been fighting the best competition. So let's see what version of Sor Rungvisai we get.